Welcome to another episode of Unbreakable Nation. Ko as parents, alam ko, narinig nyo na yung occupational therapy. Narinig nyo na rin yung speech therapy. And of course, parehas pricey. Pero ngayon, i-introduce ni Teacher Tet kung ano ang art therapy. Ang maganda dito, sponsored siya ng Autism Hearts Foundation Incorporated. Kaya free ito. Tara na!
Hi, I'm Miss Maria Antoinette Kak. I'm an art mentor of Autism Hearts Philippines Incorporated since 2024. I started teaching kids with disabilities way back 2016 or somewhere down that time. With I accepted a project with Special Collection wherein there's a fashion show that with the teens with the disability and collaborating with some designers, and then giving them the chance of showcasing the designers the design through a fashion show. That started, that was 2016, I can remember. And then later on, 2024, 2 years ago, Teacher Ricky, one of my old friend, he's also the Autism Hearts Philippines program coordinator, invited me to join the group or the community. And then then I started concentrating to teach art therapy to the children with autism. Well, traditional art, we expect the student to, copy, do the technique skills, learn about proportions, scaling, tonal values, different art materials, like that. It's almost the same. The difference is with art therapy, the students, are more expressive. Their lines are more meaningful in such a way that if they pick the color white, it means purity, something like that. Or if they pick the color black, it means they're sad. So in art therapy, there's more emotions involved, there's more thinking involved, and and more passion, I think. Because me as an art mentor to them, I think it's for them to express themselves freely using art as intervention, or for them to speak out what they feel. I can see the difference when I first met these children. Sometimes later on, when they do their own art, they're more productive, they're more silent, they're more confident now if they are very consistent in attending the art therapy, because they keep on going back to the sessions, to the art therapy sessions, for them to feel peaceful, productive, and also express themselves through these art projects or art activities. Yes, definitely. In art, there's no wrong things in art. It's more of the way people, or the parents or the children, perceive and interpret it on their own and expressing it to others. They're just interpreting themselves to say it better through art. So it's more of imagery, consistent on their how they use these art materials for them to tell people that this is my art. Every time I give them instructions, patiently giving them instructions or repeating every instructions I give them, at first they won't understand. I need to show it to them, and it's good that most of them just mimic what I did. And then later on, it's just like their way of doing it again and again and again. So once they repeat that action on how to do their art, they can remember what they're doing. And then later on, they're gonna be confident in color combination, or they know where the light is coming from. So they'll be conscious now on observing different images and then making it in their own art. Yeah, that's always my challenge way back when I was first starting with Autism Hearts Philippines. Because I tried the approach of like in an ordinary art workshop, right? Like I do a lecture and then the demonstration and then let them do the assignment or the seat work. I observed that it's hard for them to capture what I teach. So what I did, prior to the time of our art therapy session, I collate all the materials, all the good examples of the output of the art activity. I give it to them through a PowerPoint presentation, maybe a video, a music, or anything, instructions for their parents, for the parents to prepare the kid or the children on the day of our art therapy session. So I think that was the major solution I did with this community. So it's better on the time of the art therapy session, we are ready. Art materials are already prepared. They know already what they want to draw. They want to do on that art activity. So everything is good to go. So that's what I observed last when I started teaching art to them. Anyone can be creative on that part. So it can be a physical activity, it can be something memorable for them, something that they can repeatedly do every time they think of art therapy, or every time something they look forward to. Like maybe they wish to go to Disneyland. So instead of you going there, maybe they need to draw it first, something like that. Or if you want them to be more expressive, why not use art to give them the chance, the opportunity to draw what they want to say, something like that. So maybe parents should be, that's why we are encouraging also the parents and the caregivers to be with us, because an hour of art therapy session is not enough for the children to capture all the instructions or all the therapy sessions I can give them. No. In art, everyone can learn about it. So it's a matter of repetitive actions. It's a matter of consistent attendance into this kind of art activity, so that it would be part of their schedule, of their life. And then later on, they can use that in their academics, or for example, if you're out of the country, maybe taking up photographs, they can use, they're more observant when they look at different sceneries, something like that. Or if they can observe different things or images. What if they see a movie? They're more familiar with the people, the structure of the people, the yeah, something like that. So they would be more aware when they are outside of our art activity or classroom art therapy sessions. I remember like when I first met them, the tantrums, like there are some kids who have tantrums, or they cannot even draw anything then when I first met them. But later on, upon progressing, minimal instruction they can understand already, so they improve. And then some parents would say, when they started art therapy sessions, they're more productive at the house because they know their schedule. Like, or the parents would say, "Oh, we cannot go into the art therapy sessions because you haven't done this." So it's like a motivation for them. Na before the time comes when we meet each other for the art therapy, or we have these art activities, they would do their things at the house, or they're more conscious on their things. They know how to magliligpit na sila ng gamit, they know how to wash their dishes already, or they prepare their things before going here. So they're more organized, I think. That's one of the good news they've been telling me, the parents are telling me every time we see each other. I think be more patient. That's what I've been practicing as well when I met them, since I met them. Since I saw the difference of them understanding, and me also, I've been learning a lot from them as well. So what I can say with the parents is that be more patient and be more creative in such a way that they can do more activities, art activities, not just in our art therapy sessions, but also in your home, in your house. I have a social media. I've been using Teacher Tonet in my TikTok. So some of our videos and photos from our art therapy session are there. So also in our FB page, Autism Hearts Philippines, there's also a website of the Autism Hearts Foundation, which is based in US. So you can just follow us, and every Saturday at 2 o'clock to 4 p.m. we have free art therapy sessions here in Bramante Plaza. So just message us or be here. It's free. Art materials have been we are accepting art materials donations from different organizations and entities. So please join us every Saturday from 2 to 4 in Bramante Plaza.
Tulad ni Gabe, hindi lahat kaya i-express ang kanilang nararamdaman sa pagsasalita. Pero sa arts, mas naipapakita at naipapahayag nila ang kanilang nararamdaman.